they've scored. It's Grant who's got the goal from the free kick, and we're heading for extra time now, surely.
Flamingo! It is 2-0, and that now surely seals the K-League title for John McVitie Motors.
You're listening to the K-League United podcast, proud partner of Football Nation Radio.
Hello, 안녕하세요. Ryan Walters, along with Gian Chandratala in person for the first time. Gian, it's hot.
It is boiling. It's boiling out here in this 3/4 of a stadium we're in.
The trash talk from a Muangthong fan throughout that first match. It says that I'm the only one here. I forgot to switch that up, so it's just me. But anyway, we are here to talk about Group G, and the Muangthong fan was here watching BG. It ended up a 0-0 draw. It doesn't set things up well for the Dragons. We'll get to that. But let's stick to the Thai side of things for a minute. How does that feel fair based on the balance of play?
I think so. I thought that BG were not super progressive with passing in midfield. So today, Coach Tegura Mori started with Sarach and Chatwongkon, which is a more defensive option. He had Chawat on the bench, who was fit because he didn't play much against United City. And I was yelling from the stands, bring Chawat on. And he never came on. And then for the last 10 minutes, he brought on like 3 strikers. And I'm not quite sure, like, maybe he changed things too late. So I think it's a fair result given how things played out.
Yeah, and it does not set things up well for the Dragons, as I was saying. It does set things up relatively well for BG. They do still have that 2-point gap over Melbourne City. So as long as they're able to match Melbourne's result on the final day, which we're probably going to assume is going to be a win because Melbourne are going to be facing United City FC, and the Dragons are going to be facing BG in a match that BG now needs points from. Were there any standouts for you in that match before we move on to this one?
In this match?
In the first match.
First match.
Standout performances for BG or for Melbourne?
Yeah. Chatwongkon for me. Facing an Australian team, we know what they're good at, which is the physical midfield battle. So Chatwongkon, Iksan for that first half an hour was fantastic. I thought Iksan was a constant problem for the Melbourne defense. And huge credit to Jakapan, who played out of position today at right back. So Jakapan is normally a center back. He played out at right back because Santi Paps played a lot and is really tired. And Jakapan did very well. He played one sort of cross-field pass for Diogo, which should have won the game with that chance that they had. So Jakapan, huge credit. Chatwongkon, huge credit. Those are both players that I do propaganda for every week, so I'm not surprised that I'm saying that.
You're the one that said propaganda, not me. But that did set things up for the match that we're all here for, as you can see. Well, I was going to say, as you can see behind us, but there's never anybody behind us. That's not a stand. Although
somebody in their apartment.
I was going to say somebody in their apartment is getting a good look at the game for this one. And what they will be seeing is the Dunham Dragons going against United City FC for the first time since match day 1. A very heavily rotated squad from the Dragons, I think, as to be expected. Nika Kacharava does get the start tonight after he got the goal late last time out. So, and in talking with Jun Kyung Jun in the press conferences afterwards, he said that Nika needs to show something. So tonight is definitely that chance. Unlike match day 1, hopefully the Dragons can go out and attack this one like they did in their first match against Melbourne City and get that first half goal that's been extremely elusive for the most part in this group. But Gian, it's very rare that you and I are here in person, so I'll ramble about the Dragons another time. Setting things up, how do you feel overall with BG's performance and with the Thai team's performances in general so far with only one match day left?
Right, so I'm looking closely at the coefficient for the Thai League. I think that right now it's really important that we keep our 2+2 slots. We don't lose it to Vietnam. Hong Kong's overtaken us on the coefficients, but keeping 2+2 is huge if we want to be number 3 in the region behind Japan and Korea. That slot is opened up for someone. That should be us. We have to take it now. BG are pretty much carrying us right now because that's fantastic. I will not talk about Chiang Rai because I'm not in the mood. BG is carrying us right now.
Hey, they got a point.
They basically, if they reach the quarterfinals, it doesn't matter what happens to the AFC Cup for us. We're in fourth for coefficient. So BG quarterfinals, I'm hoping. And I think they've improved from last year. I think that this group might be pretty much similar difficulty to last year. Of course, Ulsan are a lot better than Melbourne City. Like, it's not even on the same planet. But in other ways, I think it was pretty comparable. So to see BG leading the group and having played better against everybody in the group, they were the better team in every game they played.
Yeah.
That's been pretty nice to see.
Yeah, agreed with all that. And if folks want to read about the coefficients, you are working on a piece that they can find where again?
Thai League Central should be up by Friday, depending on my work schedule as a teacher.
Giving yourself deadlines. I don't even do that. I see we've got one comment coming in, and then I'm going to get a towel. BG's performance, staying alive.
Come on.
Thank you, Matthew Pins, for coming in with that one.
Should I make my comment now about how Irfan is basically the ASEAN version of Kim Min-jae? So you should sign him.
Yes, please. Let's.
The ASEAN version of Kim Min-jae. Just sign him now. Take him out of them. I don't want to keep losing to them every time we play them.
I mean, I'll take both of the Fondy brothers in K League. We can get them off of BG and get them onto Junham. I mean, you can see the quality that's there.
Irfan is so good.
Yeah, Irfan and Ixan, I know you guys are watching, so please, by all means, come. Guangyang's great. You'll love it. But real quick, because I'm going to throw you under the bus.
Okay, let's go.
Prediction for this one.
2-0 Junham.
I'm going to say 17-0 Junham. No, 2-0 would be a great result, I think, for us. But with that, even though Matthew is watching now, thank you, Matthew. With that, we're about 10 minutes from kickoff. This guy's got to drive all the way back. I've got to find a portable shower or something. We'll be back for match day 6. Both of us will be back for match day 6.
Yeah.
Where
I'll be earlier. It's a Saturday. I'll be early. We can talk before the game.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit of pre-match. We'll do a little bit of post-match. And you can watch Gian cry on the internet after Junham beat BG and screw up all the coefficiencies and everything.
All the math I've done. If you ruin all the math I've done, I'm gonna lose it.
All that math. Hopefully the math is simple in this match coming up, and it's a lot to a little for Junham. And the game kicks off in 9 minutes. So if you're back in Korea staying up late for it, thanks much. If you're watching anywhere else in the world, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.